Hi, everyone. Welcome to All About Energy Life. I'm Saba. Today, I want to talk a little bit about how hypnosis has helped me really process grief. The work that I do is amazing. I get to take clients through their journey. A lot of them get to see past lives, sometimes future lives. And part of that work that I do is I take them through their death scene of the life that they're looking at for information to help them in the very best way that we can. In some of those scenes, they transition pretty quickly, go over to the other side, and it's a remarkable experience to hear the client in the spirit world discussing and reviewing that life, sharing the wonderful knowledge on what they learned on that life, the purpose of that life. The list goes on. There's so much infinite wisdom that comes from these souls as they transition over in hypnosis. The reason I wanted to really elaborate on that is because I myself, while I was doing this work, have really gone through some losses of my own. One of them being my father. Second of all, recently was my fur baby, my beautiful Himalayan cat of 16 years. I want to say that, of course, I go through all the normal and what is normal stages of grief, but I definitely do see a major difference from what I used to observe as someone would, at that time, I would say die, as now I choose to use the word transition because over and over doing the work that I do, I see what happens as the spirit exits the body. I really truly have witnessed myself with my father the true meaning of the body is in the spirit's not in the body. So I know it may sound a little bit confusing as I'm using these terms because I will be going back and forth. But I just want to say a special thanks to Dolores Cannon for all the research that she started many years ago. You're a true queen, and your daughter carries on your legacy. In fact, your um, beautiful daughter has been my teacher and an amazing soul who's really helped me in a million ways. One of them, of course, being biggest, dealing with the grief of uh, my dad. And also now I had lost my sister prior to learning about QHHT. It's really helped me with figuring out really where I'm at with the loss of my sister. Huge difference in both. And of course, one could say, well, losing a sibling versus a parent is a big difference. And it all depends on the relationship as well. But I can tell you from the process that I'm at, understanding that when someone does leave, what does it mean and where they're going is an amazing experience to witness in my work. I'm very fortunate to be able to be part of this work, to be able to take clients through those scenes so that they can understand and grasp the meaning of this life as they review a past life and understand why they even signed up for that life. Another thing that's really helped me with doing this work is understanding why I went through the things that I did as a child. Very easy for myself to step into the role of victim. And anybody would hear my story would say, of course, that would be a victim. But I understand as I've gone through my sessions and have been very fortunate to be part of such amazing journeys of my client sessions when they're in the past life and we are on the other side in the spirit world and I hear them planning the next life. It's a very humbling experience to hear that they're actually partaking in the decisions that are being made so that they can actually sign up and learn some new experiences in the life that they're planning to enter in. And let me tell you, when a client is witnessing that meeting, well, not all sessions will go there, but some definitely do. And they look at that and go, "What? You mean I chose those parents? Are you kidding me?" And when they just walked into my office a few hours prior, really having a different perception on the experiences they had as a childhood, and for them to really go, "Wait, hold on a second. I'm I signed up for this. I'm learning, I'm experiencing." It's almost like this huge weight lifted off of their shoulders as they exit my office. Very rewarding experience. But I will say for me, it's very healing as well as a practitioner because I've gone through a lot in my childhood and in my adult life. So, Dolores Cannon, Julia Cannon, I just want to dedicate this video to you guys because you have really helped me through the toughest times of my life. Help me understand really what happens. Because the very first thing I did as my sister transitioned is I really wanted to know, where did she go? There were so many different opinions and so many different things that I was told that just wasn't resonating with me. Through my findings in the work that I do, I can say I finally understand where they go. They simply transition their energy, and what a beautiful experience to be able to hear the soul as it exits the body, looks at the body, and says, "Wow, I'm glad I'm out of that body." And proceeds to share with me um, all these amazing, amazing lessons that they learned. And sometimes they're one word, could be courage, unconditional love. So I wonder, as my dad had transitioned on the other side, what were the things that he learned in this life? I will say this, that he is my greatest teacher, or one of my greatest teachers. And my sister has been part of my team that really took me through that dark abyss so that I can come on the other side and be here with you guys to share my experiences through grief and the process. My hopes are that the videos that I put out really have some meaning for you or someone that you love. I want to just share with you that this is an absolute honor to be able to be in a platform to express my gratitude and my love and to share how I've made it to the other end. And guys, I don't want to say, "Oh, I'm just clear and I'm fine and I'm doing dandy." I mean, hey, I go through it. There are days that I'm experiencing great, great toughness getting out of bed. There are days that I look at life and I just say, "You know what? This is pretty screwed up, you know? I miss my family." And my fur baby that I just laid to rest, she was with me 16 years. And I have gone through the most um, with her as my witness and my love, giving me unconditional love. And for her to have recently transitioned over, I really go through that process, regardless of all the teachings that I've come across in the work that I do. And the process is grief. There isn't a right or wrong way that I've gone through grief. I just feel that when I go through it, I really have to take a deep breath and honor and really understand what I'm feeling, and letting those emotions roll out is how I handle it. And it takes time, you know. Recently, as we laid her to rest, it was a major process because I felt like my whole life shook again, and I had to really find this balance because everything just became complete chaos or hecticness for me because I didn't know like who I was for a little bit because my fur baby was with me, and to feel that void of her gone really made me revisit and look at what transition means. And to be honest with you, I couldn't believe it. I was like, am I here again? I didn't expect it to be so hard. So that was something that took me by surprise because I was expecting it to happen soon. I thought that I would actually have a more of an understanding because I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared for the feeling of the void in my heart. As time goes by, it is a little bit different. She will always be my little fur baby girl, and I miss her greatly as I miss my dad and my sister. It's been really, really tough, but I honor the process and I honor my emotions if I want to cry or feel it. But I know that also understanding the process of transition, I wondered when she went on the other side, how free must she have been to be out of her body that was very tired and exhausted. And I know she's going to be visiting me in my dreams soon. So I wait for that day. And I wonder if she'll reincarnate into another fur baby, or will I just meet her and just know her the moment I see her essence? So many thoughts go through my mind. I hope some of this makes sense, but this is just coming from the heart. So, guys, much love. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.